welcome back to my channel. Shocking news. Is Louis Vuitton discontinuing their Noe bag? Let's get into it. When people say Louis Vuitton, I think that like the core elements of the business are like travel items, right? The travel trunks, which they, became famous for and which they built their company on. And then in terms of handbags, we all know the Speedy, and well, Speedy is like the most classic bag that you can like go for. The Neverfull, a pretty new model, if you think about it, but so iconic that you cannot just think of Louis Vuitton without thinking of a Neverfull. You know, it has inundated the market, just because of its practicality, and whether you like it or not, it is still like part of Louis Vuitton's ID, and it's not going to, I don't think it will ever be discontinued. Okay, they have maybe made it harder for you to get, like you cannot order it online everywhere. You can in Belgium though, and in some other European countries, so if you're in Europe, you're lucky. The third, and I think often the most overlooked bag that has like a very, very long-standing history in the house is the Noe bucket bag. This is the classic size. This is the original size that it came in. This model was created in 1932. Let that sink in. Because in 10 years, well, in 9 years, this bag will have existed for 100 years. And that is an accomplishment, especially in a day and age where Louis Vuitton themselves, they churn out bags like there's no tomorrow. Models come and go. They come, they're discontinued. I mean, personally, I find that Louis Vuitton has way too many different bags. And that's maybe an unpopular opinion, but let's not deviate from the topic at hand. I think if they are smart and if they do value their history, they are not going to discontinue this bag. Much like they're not going to discontinue a Speedy. Some sizes may come and go, but an actual Speedy is never gonna go. I don't know. Anyways, in the monogram print, not gonna be discontinued. However, I was scrolling through the Louis Vuitton website yesterday evening. I was checking the price increases because they have had yet another price increase. What else is new, right? But I was checking that main reason is, and this is a little bit off topic, but the main reason is I think that I want to part ways with a lot of monogram items from my collection. Even, dare I say, even the Neverfulls. I have just come to the point where I'm like, I got it out of my system. I got to enjoy these bags, and part of me thinks like I have to hold on to it because I do review handbags, and I compare handbags, and this is a great thing to have as comparison. Stupid reason to keep something, right? So I was checking essentially the Louis Vuitton website to see what the current prices were, whether it was smart for me to sell something now or wait a little, because I'm not in a rush as such, but I feel I want to purge. I want to have less, like a lot less. And to my amazement, because I have spoken about the fact that I might part ways with this bag, because it was in essence it was a stupid purchase because the monogram version was not available online, and this was. So I thought like, oh, this is the next best thing. Like, it's gonna look really nice when it's like a really dark patina, when the vachetta is patinaed really nicely. Stupid. Okay, never deviate from what you actually want. It's much like buying like a cheaper version of something that like, if you have always dreamt of this specific thing, but then it's never available, or your budget doesn't reach there, and then you're cutting corners and like, I'm gonna get this one. Ugh. It's worth waiting like even a decade longer if it's necessary. But anyways, we live and we learn, right? But I was checking the price of this one, and to my shock, it was not on the Louis Vuitton website in Europe. I checked a lot of different countries. It's not there. That's why I'm filming this. I'm asking you if you're checking, maybe it is available in your country. I'm just very curious to know. The only Damier Azur Noe that was available was the BB size, but this one was not there. It's not one of those cases where you could click on it and it said notify me because it was out of stock. It was just not there. It was not in the list. And when I clicked on the when I clicked on the monogram version, sometimes you can click on an item and you can change the print that it's in. Not possible. So I started looking into that. Then I went to some pre-loved websites. They are not 100% reliable, but they are a nice source of research, right? Again, a little deviation from the main topic, but if you're, for example, researching a bag, let's say you want to buy this one in a pre-loved condition, if you, for example, go to a consignment store's website, and if you want to research how this bag will hold up, and you put, for example, like the worst condition that people are selling it at, you're going to see what the weaknesses are of the bag. You're going to see the things that really wear out. That's just a little tip here that I'm injecting, and that is something I do a lot. Like if I research a new bag, I'm going to also research it on the pre-loved websites in its worst condition, just so that I can see what are the things I'm going to have to pay attention to. Okay, now back to the Noe. So the Damier Azur was nowhere to be found on the website. Then I went to the US website. I saw the Noe and it said, I don't remember, it was not add to cart, it was notify me, the monogram version. Damier Azur, I went there, item not available. That's two different things, right? One is item not available is like, girl, in your dreams. And one is notify me is we don't have it in stock, but you know, once we manufacture it, it'll be back. So chill and relax. So I went to the pre-loved websites and I checked for the Noe in the Damier Azur print. And the websites that I went to, I'm not going to disclose them because I don't fully trust all of them. But I went to check the pre-loved websites and I saw that there were very, very few Damier Azur Noes on those websites. So either some people already know that it's happening and those who really wanted it and are too late are, you know, getting on board. The bigger issue here, however, is the Damier Azur print, because I went then on the Louis Vuitton website and I filtered only Damier Azur items and I could see that there were very few items left on the website. So I think that this is not a popular print and that they are just taking a huge step back. And if you really love that print and if you don't own anything in that print and you have had your eyes on a wallet or something, then maybe now is the moment to kind of go out and look for it. However, I would caution to not panic buy, because what if it's just a computer glitch, okay? I have not been able to contact my SA on the subject, and also our SA is useful in these subjects unless you really know somebody very closely and they have inside information, but oftentimes they know even less than we do. So I don't currently have any inside information about that, so this might as well be a computer glitch and then this whole video is pointless. And that will in turn mean that my entire existence is pointless, because why am I doing this? Anyways, okay, but just wanted to give you a heads up that from what I saw and from the things that I, you know, my research, my very professional research, because I have a PhD in Googling, it seems a lot like Damier Azur print is being, you know, slowed down a lot, and in some cases maybe just buy. But if you want the Noe, like personally I like the things that come like in an original print or an original, you know, way, and I have never yet found a beautiful pimped up version, but pimped up, it's not pimped up, I mean like a special editions, you know, of like crap that they just, you know, polka dots or pumpkins, or there's nothing that has ever drawn me to, oh my god, they have given a spin to an old print. Wow, I don't like that. I want the classic, and the biggest classic that you can have in the Noe is this one. So yeah, and it's a bucket bag, so it's an awesome bag. It is spacious, and it ages so beautifully. I cannot say with full certainty that the newest bags are going to age well, because, you know, quality has kind of also plummeted a little. But this bag is still very expensive on the pre-loved market, even like in a pretty worn out condition. But it's available online, so please don't buy it vintage if it's almost close to the price of a new one. It doesn't make sense, right? Unless you really want like the full worn out version. I decided to do it myself to let it patina, let it darken on my watch, and we'll see what happens. But this was the one that I wanted. This was the one that I bought because I thought, oh my god, I'm never gonna be able to get my hands on anything. But now in case it is discontinued, and since the price has gone up, I am going to be able to sell it, and I'm not looking to make massive profits. I just want to get my purchase money back, and that's very realistic now. That's a good thing. And for all those of you who have Damier Azur items and you maybe don't use them, or you've been kind of like on the fence, or like, what should I do because I'm not getting the use out of it, sit down tight. Let's see what happens. And if Damier Azur is really actually going to be discontinued, I'm sure a lot of people are going to value the pieces that are you know, left and that are in great condition. So it's only a good thing for those of you who want to sell it. You will be hopefully at least able to recoup what you spent on the bag. So let me know if you know anything about that topic, or if you see on your country's website. I would love to hear what is up there, because it's an interesting topic. I have never been a huge fan of the Damier Azur, but in the beginning years of me collecting luxury, I had like the trifecta. I had the Damier Ebene, that was my very first handbag. I had the Damier Azur. I thought same print, different look, you know, like a summery look. And then I got the monogram, and I pretty quickly realized that Damier Azur is not for me. So, you know, we all have our different preferences, and that's what keeps it so interesting. That was it, you guys. And as always, I'll see you again next time. Bye.